WhoDat Comics doing a quick live. I was watching ETA Nick and the boys their live show, talk about spoilers for the Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War, and wanted to do a spoiler show. Might do one a full one later on, and I'll probably bring this up again on a full one if I'm invited to. Okay, we're gonna change in a second. That's a little WhoDat, which I'm gonna bring up, and but I want to do a quick one while it's in my mind. I'm gonna talk about it. But this quick spoiler: she was able to come with us to the movies because she's 2 years old. So she went to the movies with us, which she enjoyed. Like I talked about before. Only she got scared at the very, like I said, this is a spoiler, kind of a little quick spoiler, and it's only going to last maybe a few minutes. She only got scared at the very beginning because she knows some of the characters, and when the Hulk got beat up at the very beginning by Thanos, she got terrified. So she was like, oh my God, Hulk is getting beat up. So she was terrified at that moment. I'm laggy, but hey, I don't know what's going on. It looks good on my end. But she was terrified of that, so she was kind of nervous. She was happy at first. She was like, "Ooh, watching a movie, look a Hulk," even being 2 years old. And but when Hulk started getting beat up, she was very terrified. And I'm just speaking on these spoilers for her experience while it popped in my head when they were talking about the movie. And the last experience I want to talk about her on a spoiler note, and I'm not going to go more into detail because they have a couple of shows I want to watch, and I want to do more in-depth spoiler review about this movie, but this is more like spoiler with her. But the other spoiler was at the end of the movie. Like I said, if you haven't seen this movie, kind of don't want to watch this. But this is a spoiler what they've experienced with her. At the end of the movie, when all the dust settled, it was quiet as can be in the theater. You could hear a pin drop. You know, all the people died. All people died. I don't know if it was Spider-Man died. Spider-Man died. Black Panther died. When Black Panther died, in where I live is a lot of African Americans, in my area where I live. When Black Panther died, like you could hear people just gasp, and people, and then my daughter, like once it kind of like everybody got so quiet, my daughter goes like this, starts clapping, and a bigger black guy sitting next to me, like a big guy sitting next to me and my wife, and he turned and looked at my daughter and said, "She's a savage." Me and my wife died laughing. It was hilarious. Even though at that moment all that happened in the movie, and my daughter just clapped, and the guy looked. It was like kind of like upset. And looked, it was like, she's a savage. So I just wanted to share that experience with you guys. Hopefully I'm able to do a more in-depth spoiler review. Hopefully I'm invited to, one of these shows to do a more in-depth spoiler review. Kind of like the black sheep, I guess, of this community, so I don't get invited to much. So hopefully I'm able to chat about this. Maybe I could talk my boy Legend. Maybe we can talk about this maybe after the comic live show. We could do like a little spoiler review, talk about the movie. Maybe I could talk them into doing that. But because it's more fun when you talk to other people about spoilers and talk about your experience in the movie. That's what I like to do, but don't really get invited to those things for some strange reason. If not, I'll just do my own in-depth spoiler review and talk about what scenes I like the best and what experiences I had. But I wanted to share this experience with you guys because I thought it was hilarious. You know, the first one, well, it was kind of like she was into it and saw, like I said, saw the Hulk get kind of, you know, beat up and she got scared. And then, but did she, well, on the other experience, while I thought about it, the other experience she really got excited for, while I remember it, because I probably won't remember when I do a spoiler review, is when the three females were all fighting together. Scarlet Witch, when they're all fighting together, she got kind of like excited, kind of smiled, and that was kind of very rewarding to see the three, like, see females fighting together, kicking some butt, and see my daughter kind of get happy and smile for that. So that was really rewarding for me as a dad, seeing my daughter happy for that moment too. So those are the three moments for my daughter that I thought was very, you know, one was kind of scared, one was kind of a very kind of savage laughing moment that I will probably remember to the day I die, and one was a real rewarding moment that made her feel good, I think, as a woman, and hopefully she can remember it to this day. So hopefully I do, like I said, more in-depth review, spoiler review later for you guys, but appreciate you two guys watching, and thumbs up. Talk to you guys later. Peace.